Rhea Ripley has fans debating, talking, speculating, and kind of getting heated. Do you know why? Well, in today's video, not only am I going to tell you, heck, I'm going to let her tell you, because this is a very interesting topic that doesn't get enough credit. Now, look, we all know that Rhea Ripley is the biggest star that WWE has in its females division. It's probably one of the biggest stars that they have under contract, so let's be real. Overlike babyface is a understatement for Rhea Ripley. Why do I bring up her popularity? I bring up her popularity because I think when you talk about star power, Rhea Ripley's name is written right next to it. She's an absolute star. And when you are a star, you have to overview the women's division. On Monday Night Raw, NXT, Friday Night SmackDown, you have to look at where things are going, where things have shifted, who's coming up, who's hot, who's cold, who should be moved down, because if you're Rhea Ripley and you're a top star, you need to focus on two things. You need to focus on who you're working with and who's up. CM Punk was notorious about this in his first run with WWE of, I'm working with this person now, who am I working with after this person, who am I going to work with after that person, and so on and so on. I want a 6 month to a year kind of layout and overview of who I'm working with, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and if it's a good idea or not. Well, Rhea Ripley is in that same boat. Now here's where things pick up and get quite interesting. She did an interview with the Sports Bible, and she was asked to name one superstar who she believes is one of the most underrated talents in the women's division, and she gave high praise to a name that I don't think many people would have on their bingo card. Because when you look at the women's division in WWE, across Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, it is absolutely loaded. I think most of us could agree that the women's division in WWE across the board, involving all three brands, are some of the best talents in the world. In fact, I would argue that WWE has the best women's roster in the world. I know a lot of people say AEW, including Mercedes Moné, but I'm going to scratch that right now. So, who was this person? Who did she give high praise to? She was asked and delivered that name, which is Candice LeRae. And she feels like Candice LeRae does not receive the spotlight that she should get. And this is what she had to say. It's hard to pinpoint anyone specifically, but I feel like there's a lot, especially in the women's division. There's so many women that I know are amazing at what they do, and they don't get enough TV time or the opportunities to really show everyone what they can do. She elaborated as to why, out of all of the names in WWE, out of all of the names in the women's division, why she would pick LeRae. She said, someone that I love is Candice LeRae. And going through NXT with her and how her brain works and how she goes out there and she's like a vet in the ring. She knows what to do. She keeps everyone calm. She's got ideas. It's just like, I wish that someone like her would get more opportunities. Now, here's the problem with that answer, and I'm very sorry to tell Rhea Ripley this. In my opinion, man, and this is just my opinion, y'all, I don't think Candice LeRae is underrated. I think Candice LeRae is Candice LeRae. And I think if you look at her as a talent, whether it has been on the indies, whether it has been on NXT or the main roster, Candice LeRae is a really, really good worker. That's what got her to the dance. That's what got her over on the independents. That's what got her recognized and put on WWE's radar. That's why they signed her. That's why they have kept her. Everything. The only problem with Candice LeRae is she does not have a lot of personality and character. Now, if you watch any interviews or you watch her outside of being on television or at an event, she's a very likable person. She's a very sweet woman. But she doesn't have a lot of personality on television. If she could bring that persona and that personality outside of the ring and put it on television, well, then we're talking about something different. She lacks that. And if you don't do anything with her in NXT, and her high point is the fact that she was part of the way in NXT with Johnny Gargano, who has a ton of personality, who Austin Theory, who was always going to be pushed, Dexter Loomis, and Indy Hartwell, who really saved that group. Candice was just there, right? She didn't bring a lot to the table. She was there. She could put on good matches. Her and Indy was a fine tag team, but there was nothing special. So I don't think she's the most underrated star. I mean, you go down that list. Honestly, I would say most underrated. That's a tough one, right? Like Natalya, she falls in the same category of, is she a great in-ring worker? Oh yeah. She's phenomenal. But her personality is just kind of bleh. It's just kind of vanilla. It's just plain. Like, she doesn't stick out from a crowd. She doesn't have a unique look. She doesn't have a unique persona. She doesn't, have a ton of charisma. She doesn't take over a room, right? She's not the center of the focus when there's a groove. She's just, meh. She's just there. She's just plain. She's a great worker, right? I think what she's done in GCW is right. But in WWE, it's always just been like, meh. Right? I would say one of the more underrated stars in women's division right now is probably Nia Jax. And look, I'll be straight up with y'all. I was not a Nia Jax fan for a very, very long time. I thought she hurt people. I thought she had no personality whatsoever. I thought she was a bad worker. I was not a fan of her. Like any negative thing you want to say about her, I believed it. I just did not like her. But since she's come back for the second run, she showed a lot more personality. And she's gotten a lot better. And she's taking care of her opponents. Like, any negative that you had about Nia Jax in the past, including myself, 100% opposite. She's safe in the ring. She's got a ton better on the mic. She showed personality. She's a better in-ring worker. I mean, the whole nine. The whole nine. And you have to give her a lot of credit. You have to give her a lot of credit for going out there and showcasing what she's able to do on the mic. Candice LeRae has not shown me that on the mic. Natalya has not shown me that on the mic. So I have to disagree with Rhea on this one. I don't buy it. I don't see it. I don't like it. The whole nine. I'm just not there. Let me know down in the comments there below. You agree with Rhea? Do you agree with me? I'd like to hear what you have to say.